And the field trip has been taken out fully with this, I think. Or are there even more of you guys? I wouldn't be surprised. Let's first go here. There's an item here, I think. Northern end of Route 15. I'm pretty sure there's no trainers here. No, indeed. PP up. That is something I don't want to skip out on, so I'm going to ditch something else. Berserk Gene. I'm not going to use it anyway. I did show off where you can get one, so... PP up is way more valuable. Also something we're immediately going to use. We know how it works. Use it on a Pokemon with a move that barely has any uses. Normally Lewis. But Raymond actually also has one. As you may know, Zap Cannon is also a move that barely has any uses. So, using a PP up on that is also not a bad idea. All these legendary Pokemon having moves that are way too powerful, but are also moves that you can't use a whole lot of. Let's continue battling. My dream is to fly with my beloved bird Pokemon. Looks like we're finally going to be dealing with something else other than schoolboys and teachers. Bird keepers. And he stole my Ferdinand. Well, I'm a bug, so I should be in trouble type-wise. But level-wise, I'm not afraid of you. Bye! Second bird, another Pharaoh. Well, it is good for Sid's confidence, taking out Pokemon that are usually Pokemon that are strong against him. In fact, he's able to survive my slash. Hey, I could use Pursuit too. You just continue spinning, sir. I will move on over here. Let me tell you, I had a hard time catching my prized Pokemon. But let me guess, one of them is an Entei? That's the one that's giving me trouble. Might make another attempt at the next chapter. He's still running around somewhere in Johto. Returning to your story, I can imagine having a hard time catching a Bulbasaur, and that is something you cannot catch in the wild, namely. Oh, and the same applies to Charmander. He's going to have all three of the starter Pokemon from Gen 1. That would explain why they were difficult to catch, because normally you can't catch these guys. In fact, the only way to get Charmander, Bulbasaur and Squirtle in Pokemon Silver Gold is to actually link with Pokemon Red. They do not appear in the wild at all, and none of them are available as starter Pokemon, because there's a new set of starter Pokemon. So linking is indeed the only way to get them in this game. Interesting backstory. Shall we take a look at the tall grass here? That should be behind here. Thank you, Sullivan. Oh, first another trainer. Did you battle all the gym trainers? Almost all of them. Still need to do 3 of them. But 13 out of 16 is not a bad score. Psyduck is your only Pokemon. Slash. Let's give Sid a level up. 565 is not enough. Okay, in that case, let's continue with that later. We need to go to this girl over here. I know to say there's an Aerodactyl to get here, but that obviously is not going to appear in the tall grass. There is a couple of of Pokemon in the tall grass here, of course, but nothing unique, as far as I know. So I need to rewrite my notes. Aerodactyl is indeed here, but not in the tall grass. Now that I see this, I'm pretty sure that this is actually a trait Pokemon. So now I'm curious, what do I need to trait? I have a hunch. It's going to be a Pokemon that's also something we can catch near here. Right. Let's go talk to you. Chansey's cute, but I don't have it. Do you have Chansey? Want to trade it for my Aerodactyl? Yeah, I was afraid of that. It is indeed Chansey. One of the most difficult Pokemon to catch in this game. Well, that's going to be troublesome. Especially since we're really near where we can actually catch one. Let's just leave here. This place is not worth it. Do keep this girl in mind. We need to return here for Aerodactyl. The only place where you can actually get one in this game. Unless you want to trade your Aerodactyl from the first generation. But I'm trying to cover this game without any linking options, so we'll be returning here later. I should go to Rock Tunnel to get myself an Onix. Rock Tunnel's the other way, sir. What are you doing over here? Need to go north of Lavender Town, not south. Because that's where we are, south of Lavender Town. Sand Slash, that is perfect. Any water type move and you're gone in one hit. Unless it misses. Water pump's not worth using on you guys. I only have 6 of them, so... Number 2, Graveler. Next ground Pokemon, this one also being a rock. Now Waterfall should be enough, because you're going to be quadruple damaged by it. Super, super effective. And that HP bar drained really quickly. Third one, Golem. Thank you for showing off Golem. Like I said, I'm not working with any linking abilities, so getting a Golem myself is not an option. Just like in Gen 1. In later generations that might be a bit easier to accomplish. But for now, I'm working without linking. Graveler. And we are done here. Lewis got himself a pretty decent amount of experience, almost halfway to level 51. And we are going to continue. This maze-like area can be a bit annoying, just like in Pokemon Red. Getting through here might take a couple of tries. And also to find all of the trainers, of course. Bow down before my regal Pokemon. I'm pretty sure it's not going to be that bad. Oh, Poke fan, of course. They always think what they're carrying is regal. Well, it is royalty, so... All hail the king of Pokemon. Or just the king of the Nidos. Waterfall. Ground type, super effective and gone. Slow King. I'm starting to see what you're talking about. All of these King Pokemon. This one being new, in fact. This one we haven't seen yet, I'm pretty sure. A special evolution of Slowbro. Not all that noteworthy, in all honesty. Really difficult to accomplish the evolution, but still pretty easy to take out. And your final one is also royalty, Sea King. Oh, the dialogue was not a coincidence. For you, I'm going to use Fly. You are going to bow down to the king of the sky. Even though there's no king in his name, but still. This was a nice set of Pokemon. I can definitely appreciate this one. Let's go see if the next one can do something similar. Would you like the battle, my Pikachu gang? Oh no. It's going to be all Pikachus. Well, it does suit his shirt. And it's 6 of them. This is going to take a while. Let's get started. At least we don't have to do all of them with the same Pokemon, I think. Lewis is getting nearer towards level up, so hopefully we can switch mid-battle. Oh man, that drained really quickly. It barely had any health. All of these Pikachus. For some reason the mascot of Pokemon, and I don't really see why, because like I explained earlier, Pikachu's not all that interesting in my book. Nope, I missed. Lewis, you're supposed to attack the one on the left, not the one on the right. That one was a fake. Yeah, the experience points is barely nothing, so it's going to be a close one. Is this battle going to level up Lewis? It's going to be really close. It is 6 Pokemon, but all 6 of them are barely any experience. So the bar goes quite slowly. Oh, oops. Not quite yet, Lewis. We're almost there. But not quite. Ooh, really close. One more, I think. Just keep them coming, Joshua. That is 5. No! But the next one is going to be enough. We are so close to the edge. There's no way this is not going to push you over. Not very effective, I don't care, it falls. And for Lewis that means level 51. All of these Poke fans are proving to be quite interesting trainers. That much I must admit. We have Raymond, I think. As long as you don't give me any Pikachu gangs, an electric type should be good. Oh, here's another set of trainers. Agility is the key attribute of bird Pokemon. Yeah, I can kinda agree with that. Usually the biggest trait for a bird Pokemon is speed and evasion. And far-fetched. It's not per se the fastest Pokemon, but it is going to be weak against electric type moves, so I think Raymond definitely agrees on the fact that he was chosen next. That was the only one. However, there were 2 of them, so let's continue with you. Check out my Pokemon. Just look at their coloring and their plumage. I'm pretty sure I pronounced that word wrong. Plumage, plumage. Not too sure about that word. But that is actually beyond my English. But I do know what it means, so don't worry. It is the pattern of the feathers of a bird. Goodbye, Pidgeotto. 774. Second one, Vero. Well, it would have been nice if you bird keepers actually have more new Pokemon from the 2nd generation. I know this is Kanto officially, but still. There's a lot of old bird Pokemon here. Could at least throw in a Noctowl or something like that. But even that is too much to ask, apparently. So, let's move around. Skip the grass for now. That is a place I don't want to check out quite yet. I'm going to need some time in order to dig through there. So first we're going to head towards Lavender Town, pick up some items, and defeat the last couple of trainers. Calcium is the candy that we can find here. Of course, something we can immediately use, because why not? And there you are. Special. Well, that's easy. Of all the Pokemon I'm carrying, Sid and Eve usually have the least special, so... Sid, it's your turn. Let's find some more trainers. Fisherman, it looks like. What's most important in our everyday lives? Listening to Coldplay songs, I think. Sorry, it's the first thing that came to mind. Coldplay does have a song that's called Everyday Life, so... That's probably the reason. Oh, poor Gyarados, you're facing an electric type. That is not going to end well for you. It is the same level as my Gyarados, that's interesting. Also level 30. However, mine is red. Another Gyarados. Well, they are fully evolved Pokemon, so they drop a lot of XP. And this is much more worthwhile compared to the Pikachus. I'd much rather give 6 of these Pokemon, because at least these guys are 1300 XP. This is way better. Even the weakest electric type move is more than enough. I thank you for your 4000 experience points. But you still didn't answer what you think is actually the most important thing in life, so... I think you are worth talking to again. I think electricity is the most important thing in our daily lives. If it weren't, people wouldn't have made such a fuss when the power plant went out of commission. Yeah, electricity is also important. Cannot deny that. Ooh, next item it looks like. Remember this place from Pokémon Red? What if I told you we can do the same thing here? Because here is another fishing guru. And even though we're really late in the game... Really late in the game... we can actually finally get ourselves the final rod in this game. So, let's get one. Here, fishing fan, take this. It's a super rod. The final rod in the game. Finally. Try your hand at fishing wherever there is water. Remember, you can catch different Pokemon using different rods. Yeah, it's also the reason why I didn't catch Staryu yet. Even though officially one I could already get with a good rod, the chances were way too low. I simply just couldn't find one. Okay, this is just a root sign. So let's go battle you first. I feel so content. Fishing while listening to some tunes on my radio. Listening to tunes on your radio is something you definitely must do while fishing, because otherwise it's way too boring. Oh man, I've been standing at the waters of Olivine City for half an hour a couple of weeks ago. And yet I didn't find a single Staryu. So don't tell me fishing is not boring, because it is. Quillfish. That's something you don't see a whole lot. You're a bit higher level, Spark. Okay, if your final 2 Pokemon are a bit higher level, then I can actually level up here. And Tentacruel is definitely promising. 31 is not all that high, but still. And I knew that was going to miss. But I'm resilient. I can try again. And also miss again. There we go. See, you can do it. Sometimes these guys are not worth the effort. 1360. Final one should be enough. Unless it's a Magikarp. This is going to be 100 XP or something. Just like the first one. Yeah, this is definitely not going to be enough. Screw those Magikarp. Not worth my time.